Good evening, Madam Toastmaster. Since no one is over here, I am going to address my speech on this side of the stage this evening. Emotional intelligence. The famous researcher Daniel Goleman said, for leaders, the first step is not leading others, but knowing yourself and manage yourself. So on that aspect, with that introduction, I went into this speech. Now what I found, let me share with you all. Years back, when my kids were growing up and when they were in elementary school, every morning in our house used to be a chaos. Either they forgot either they got up little late in the morning, or their breakfast is not yet ready, or their backpacks are not set up, their lunch bags are not being ready, and they miss their school bus or permission slips not signed. You all could relate to some of those things, right? So all those mornings used to be so upsetting, so everybody used to be like anxious and know what needs to happen or what's going on, and it's a chaos. And same went with me as well. I used to be so upset and angry, and those moods or those feelings I used to take next, and I used to argue with anyone and everyone who comes my way. And those mornings, who else will be at our house, right? We won't meet anybody else outside. It's none other than my wonderful husband. So he used to take left and right whatever comes from me. But those arguments, they didn't stop there. I used to sometimes take those bad emotions or feelings into my workplace. And maybe if we are close with our colleagues, I used to share some, but if I didn't find anybody, then just used to take everything onto myself. And maybe I might have showed some on my work also. So it used to carry forward like that. And by the time you come back home, again, you are not in your full happy self, because morning you had those arguments or misunderstandings, whatever. And throughout the day, it used to carry forward like that. And those were days maybe in 2007 to 12, or those years I'm talking, when my kids were young and were in elementary school. And I used to literally hate those days. And I used to don't know, these are my emotions or these are my feelings. I used to take everything onto me. I used to feel suffocated and overwhelmed, and everything I used to feel, oh, it's me, I'm the bad person. I didn't knew how to segregate them or how to differentiate each one. See, those kind of things, with a little planning, everything could have been simpler. Like in the previous day, plan your day a little better, pack those backpacks, or see what they're wearing to school, or what breakfast we need to put for them. Some things, they could have really made simple my mornings. But not that, it is just not that. It's me or my emotions. I had certain expectations, they're not being fulfilled, and then I used to take it on someone, or all these things. Then slowly, little later, I started my yoga teacher training. I went into the training, and that training little helped me to calm down or find some peace, or those exercise or asanas, whatever we do, maybe made my body calm down, but not my mind yet. And sometimes I used to feel like I'm a hypocrite. I'm learning this yoga, and yoga is nothing but to just make yourself calm and make yourself peaceful. And instead of doing that, I'm taking all these emotions, all this anger, all this upsetting into everybody's life, whoever are coming into my path, at home as well as at workplace. Then something happened. Year came, maybe 2015, when I started appearing for or studying for my psychology, master's in psychology. There I came across this concept called emotional intelligence. It was a lifesaver for me. It made me realize so many things. Now, what is emotional intelligence? It is nothing but your ability to understand and manage your feelings, and also an ability to understand how others feel and how to react to their needs appropriately. So there are 4 elements in this emotional intelligence. The first one is nothing but self-awareness. That is the big thing. That is the whole big thing in this whole emotional intelligence, I'll tell you. Being aware of what is triggering that anger, or who is making you feel anger, or who is pushing those buttons, or seeing which person, or seeing that movie, or seeing that book, reading that book, what is making you anxious, understanding that first thing. That is the most important in whole of this emotional intelligence concept. Once you know, okay, this is what making me angry or this is what is making me upset, then finding a alternate option to manage those feelings. Like for example, at workplace, maybe in the cafe or your coffee place, wherever those discussions are making you upset, or if you run into those meetings, some people are making you anxious or something is happening. Find an alternate option for that. Avoid those meetings, or if possible. Otherwise, if you are at home, then get into your favorite things like music or read or just do some push-ups, run, whatever is the option is best for you. So try to adopt that alternate option. Now once after you do these two things perfectly, then the third one is nothing but social awareness. Like when you get into a room, get the mood of that room, or do that active listening. We have wonderful projects in our Toastmasters itself, like active listening. So be there for them. Don't give mixed signals or of like, okay, I'm hearing you, but I'm just seeing my time also. So they don't know whether you are following me or you are running for your other meeting or something like that. So be there for them, and develop a back pocket question to just involve them into some discussions or something like that, and see their body language, how it is, so that you can respond appropriately to them. And last but not least is your relationship management. Relationship management is nothing but all these three together. Managing your self-awareness, and then your managing those skills, and then appropriately responding to those people is nothing but your relationship management. For me, this was an eye-opener. Emotional intelligence is the project that really pulled me to take this path. I know most of you will be having this project in your paths as well. I'm really looking forward to how your perspective is, or what you are going to share with everyone. But for me, it helped me to understand what are those emotions and how to come out of them and how to manage them well. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.